Three. Speed. SpeCial. Solar. 아프리카 TV 프리급 스튜디오 라이브 2020 GSL 시즌 3 코리아's Last Stand.
It's time to break out!
What's up, everybody? We're going to be eliminating one of these two Terrans. It's SpeCial versus Spear. Look, I think it's no secret that Spear is probably the weakest player in the round of 24. But let's see what he can do. I think if you're Spear, you have to approach this as a learning experience. Say, okay, I'm against a very accomplished player. SpeCial's been top 4 in the world before.
Yeah.
You're not going to face a better Terran right now than this guy, basically. Let's see what I can do. Let me see if I can perform what I've practiced.
Yeah.
And you know you're probably going to lose. That's okay. There's nothing shameful about losing to somebody who's basically regarded as better than you. And, you know, maybe Spear causes an upset. Maybe he has a close game. We'll see.
I just hope he brought some stuff that'll give him a chance, you know?
Yeah, me too.
Some of these games that we've seen from him where he's, like, actually macroing and going into the late game, it's like, I respect it in a certain degree, but this is a tournament. Let's try to win some games.
Yeah. All right, game 1's ready. Let's eliminate one of these players.
GSL을 위하여. 전투 지원이 들어왔다. 함께일 때 우리는 더욱 강하다. 팀 엑소 스페셜 후안 로페즈. 팀 NB 스피어 김현모.
Okay. Let's see how this one goes. I mean, SpeCial is specifically really good at TVT.
Yeah.
You know, he's definitely one of the stronger players in this matchup.
Again, guys, if you haven't seen already, I did a great interview with SpeCial on my podcast. Got to learn a lot about his background. This guy has been playing StarCraft for pretty much his entire life.
Yeah, he really has.
We first met SpeCial when he was like 11 or something like that. He was a little
bit
kid.
that, but yeah. No, he was so young when I first started playing with him back in like 06 or something. He was just like a little kid. Amazing talent though. Such a hard worker.
Yeah, he really grinds
so much honor
out a lot.
And skill.
So
really
much honor.
Just an SCV scout here from SpeCial. Looks like Spear was kind of looking around for any proxies or anything.
Yeah.
But SpeCial, I mean, you can't be surprised to see him actually scout the map, right? Because he knows that it should be something aggressive. That would be like the easiest way to lose.
Yeah.
It looks like the same builds right now. Second Reaper for SpeCial.
You basically want to make sure, like, look, is everything safe here? Is nothing weird happening? Okay, good. Now let me just expand, you know, get my other structures up, get my upgrades up, and go from there.
Yeah. You know, I'm trying to think in my head what I want to see out of Spear. And already it's kind of deviated from the types of ideas that I was having, things like maybe go double gas and tech up and then take your expand and then try to hit something with like lots of Raven energy, some sort of timing attack. Those are harder nowadays because disables are more expensive, but you know, maybe something in that area would be a wise move.
Okay, 2 Reapers are now going to move out here. Let's see if SpeCial can get any damage off. We also have, oh, hold on a second. Here they come now. I think it would be unwise for him to hop into the main, but there's not really anything he can kill down here on the low ground either.
No, just kind of poking in. Good defense here from Spear, not, you know, keeping his Marines on the high ground to catch him if they're trying to jump in. Just kind of not taking that damage right now. Looks like Spear starting, or finishing up a mine here, getting into Banshees with Cloak. Banshee for SpeCial as well.
Okay. Now, it's hard to imagine SpeCial losing in TVT. I think you're correct in that this is really like his best matchup. Like, he's really good TVT.
Yeah, I think his TVT is very strong.
And we don't see anything. I guess one of the features of TVT and StarCraft 2 is there's not too much wacky stuff you can do early on, right? It seems like you're kind of inhibited by the, I guess, the fragility of your units early on.
There's some funny things you can try with, like, Ravens or Cyclones, you know, like...
I guess that's true, but that seems to be a little bit passé now.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's not as strong as it once was. You know, when you could disable everything 4 times with 2 Ravens because, you know, disable costs less. That was one thing. Nowadays, it's like, well, you know, you don't get as many. You get maximum 2 disables. It takes a long time to get that much energy. You can't just bust through everything anymore. Let's see how these Banshees do. Spear is going to have Cloak. Oh, is he going to fly into a mine? That's the real question. Here we go.
All right.
Oh, did he turn around? Yeah, he did. Look at that. Turned around. Beautiful. I think he actually saw the mine, too, so on top of things right now.
Yeah, if he spotted that, that's a great catch. Now we have players taking hits on both sides, but there's no Cloak here for SpeCial's Banshee. How many kills, though, have actually been... How many blue SCVs were killed back there? Because we didn't need to...
Yeah, it didn't really show. That's kind of weird.
Is that a
3
bug?
kills? Like maybe he killed Marines or something? That's the only thing I can think.
Yeah, no, it's not showing up.
Yeah,
oh,
okay,
there
so
it is.
Yeah, that means
sorry guys, that was weird.
He must have killed like Marines or something like that. Maybe maybe SpeCial scanned and attacked him with Marines.
Because we had Banshees on both sides, and there was 5 kills on one,
and 3 on the other.
3 on the other, and that was on the one that was cloaked.
That lasted longer.
Yeah, so.
So yeah, you're definitely right. That was a little bit weird. Ooh. Big mine hit right there.
He's going to retreat now with that mine.
Yeah, SpeCial's so far looking a little bit better, but still early on. Good scout here. Sees that their command center about to finish. Yeah, sees as well the second rack's being made, so pretty aware that it is just a bio play here from Spear, bio tank.
So this game could still go either way, really. We're not going to have too much action until Stim's done. We do have the third being taken here for SpeCial, and on the mini-map we can see there is a CC going to the third here for Spear. How do you like the ID Spear, Artosis?
I think Spear's an alright idea, actually.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Yeah, it's like... the thing is, I like it because it's not like the first weapon you think of, but there's some redeeming things too, right? It's a handheld weapon, but it's also like longer range. Like people who name themselves Sword, I'm like, no, that's not
Sword.
Not Sword is not a good idea.
Do people name themselves Sword? I don't feel like they do.
Not too often. It's not like a hero or a dragon.
But if you name yourself
everyone's named
Katana, I'm like, oh, you're gonna lose.
Oh well, you're not good at games if you name yourself Katana.
Yeah, you can't be good if your ID is Katana.
Yeah, no, that's impossible. But Spear, on the other hand, I'm like, oh, you know what? That's actually a great weapon. He's a Terran player, so he wants to keep them at a certain range.
Yeah, Terrans would use spears for sure.
Yeah. Well, truly, we'd probably use bows and arrows. But
I feel like, judging from the beard I have to fight with a Morning Star.
A Morning Star.
Yeah. Or I have to fight with a club.
I could see you hitting yourself with that. Tasteless died of an infection from hitting himself with his Morning Star.
It stuck right in my back, and I couldn't get it out.
Worst barbarian ever.
Yeah. No, I think just judging from my look, I look like I have to fight with a giant club.
Oh! Nice little catch there.
But after this broadcast today, I'm actually going to go get my beard trimmed.
Well, that's good.
Because right now my beard is long enough, it looks like I should have only overalls on and no shirt and a piece of wheat sticking out between my teeth.
It's pretty close.
Barefoot.
Definitely.
On a porch somewhere on my farm in Virginia.
Mud on the bottom parts of your feet, by the way.
That's right. Getting parasites in my bloodstream, going to my brain, making me dumber.
Totally. You know, Spear's he's playing all right, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of, you know, a ton of little tiny things going on, little tiny battles out on the map, and he's doing totally fine in them. SpeCial right now, I like how he's been building up his Viking count. That's really good to see. That's gigantic Raven gets chased away.
It's huge.
What is that, the Starship Enterprise? Come on. It's massive.
The Raven has giantism.
It's a floating city, Tasteless.
What is the supply on it, though?
I know.
My God.
That has to be 7-8 supply,
Are
right?
we really okay with carriers costing that little supply, guys? I mean, now this is where the game's going to get interesting because now we're going to see how Spear handles engagements. Because, you know, the funny thing about Terran versus Terran is both sides have high damage, brittle armies. I mean, you're really playing with a glass cannon here a lot of the time, and so it's you know, being in the wrong position, you will just get obliterated.
Yeah, he's like kind of staying pretty far back, right? He's got some groups out on the side, and it seems to me that he's focused more heavily on medevac production. Like, have we seen Vikings from him? We saw the initial Viking, of course, that got hit by the mine.
Ooh, hold on.
But, like, he didn't go any Vikings after that, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a distinct style. There's players that make Vikings and players that make medevacs. And I can say with no reservations that players that make Vikings are better. It's like, when you're just sitting there making medevacs, it's like, okay, well, your opponent is going to have air control and thus have more options than you. But here we go. He's running in here. I'm not so sure about this move from Special.
I felt like that was never going to work. But
you were right.
He was, yeah. But you know, I mean, it's like he's going right into an arc of siege tanks.
Well,
but with Liberators here and actually
Yeah.
the Marine count lowered, maybe old Tassels was wrong.
Well, the Liberators are what is going to allow him to do something here. That is for sure.
Yeah, and now if he can just force the tanks back a little bit, he can actually inch one of his own tanks forward here and start to artillery down the planetary. Again, you know, it can't lift off. So, oh, hold on.
Oh, he's actually
Change of
changing
plans.
positions. I'm almost a little bit surprised. This seemed like such an easy push for him. See the lesser
Well,
Vikings there. He's trying to make some
If
now.
he gets in here quickly enough.
Look at that. Just absolutely awesome disables right there. Getting into a nice position. The armor shred as well.
There are drops happening on top of those tanks. And I got to say, man, Spear's done a really good job of holding this. But the Vikings are still cleaning up those medevacs. And he's going to have air dominance. I'm worried that with the next reinforcements here, assuming Special can get a good position here, he might still be able to do quite a bit of damage.
Well, I think the tank advantage now goes to Spear, actually, right?
I think you're right about that. But he doesn't have that much infantry, right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
So he can't really do much with. I mean, tanks alone don't cut it really.
Yeah, he can't move right now. But he's been on 4 bases a bit longer. I think Spear is playing a fine game. And I think Special got a little bit... I don't understand why he switched where he was attacking. He, like, set himself up so he was between 2 bases.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? I'm not being flanked right now. Let me get myself flanked.
Yeah.
Kind of a strange decision there.
I think with... Oh, he's not... I'm sorry. I should probably stop trying to preempt my play-by-play. I thought he was going to dive on the tanks, but then he decided to pull back.
And, I mean, he forces the cancel there. That's nice. But Spear, I mean, he's holding strong. Oh, look at this. Loads up 4 medevacs. Will turn around, but he sees those starports. They're synced up pretty well with his, actually. Special actually getting 2 tech labs on his starports, I believe. That's kind of interesting.
Well, I think Special's getting a lead here, but this is far from over. We are kind of seeing that, like, Special is the more aggressive player, more, you know, he's trying to end the game, I guess you could say, where it seems like Spear's just trying to keep progressing his map presence. But so far, it seems like Special's been succeeding. I mean, we have most of Spear here kind of mushed into the upper right. And Special is beginning to outpace Spear here. But let's see how this attack goes. Spear's going to come forward here. Now, Stim, now there's more Marines here, and if he can arc this correctly, I think he's going to get a lot of kills on these tanks.
Yeah, and look at this. He's going to pick off the medevacs as well.
Does he want to land Vikings there? I guess not.
No, not quite. Not quite. But this is a good move. I like
But he wants to land Marines there.
Much better on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at
Are
that.
actually all the Marines dead?
Yeah.
That's so funny. That was kind of a hard fight to follow, you know?
Yeah, yeah. What I liked about it is it allowed his Vikings to really do a lot of damage there as well. But, yeah, I think he needs to slow this down a bit for a moment.
Well, the problem is that I don't know how much more momentum the push can really have here from Spear. Spear is not growing behind this. You know, he needs to get another base on one of these locations a little bit closer to the middle, I guess you could say.
Yeah, he's a bit behind in a few ways. So that definitely is an issue. Luckily, his 3-3 is going to be finishing at a good time. So still some options available to him. But we see SpeCial kind of jumping up the tech tree a bit, right? He's getting Corvid Reactor. He's getting more Ravens. So he's going to get into an even better air dominance army that's even better at positioning. But maybe that opens up an opportunity for Spear to do something, right? If you're buying a lot of air units, sometimes that extra ground punch that your opponent has is what they can use to get an advantage.
So there's going to be a little bit of a attempted. This is kind of a funny looking game positionally. Let's go big picture. There's like 2 outposts. So it's not that easy for SpeCial to move around, even though he can. He has enough medevacs he can pick up. But again, he's not doing damage here. Okay, so he's going to retract back and go a little bit further back. By the way, Spear is starting to grow. He is starting to expand, and he is starting to catch up.
And look, he's actually, as far as important positions are, like those 2 outposts, he's blocking off that extra base for SpeCial and taking his own. That's the mirror of it. So that's kind of interesting, right? Like, if he can hold both those spots, it's really powerful, but he's missing units in the center, and it looks like he's going to lose a command center because of it.
Oh, man. Okay, so the CC goes down. Is there an imbalance, though, in position here? Is there anything that Spear can do on the other side of the map to try to gain some footing here?
Well, SpeCial's starting to punch through here a little bit.
Here. There's still 1 siege tank, though, that's present. A lot of SCVs are getting mowed down. Almost 20 now killed.
But look at this. There's a lot of siege tanks left, and those 2 disables are about to wear off.
Is there nothing back here in SpeCial's base? I just see these tanks.
Yeah.
They're going to get into a position where they're going to hit 3 different bases. This is insane.
SpeCial doesn't have very much left over right now. He's down about 40 army supply.
Yeah. He kind of fed into the opposite side here, and now we're just going to see actually so much damage dealt here in such a short period of time. It's kind of insane.
SpeCial's kind of dead right now, it feels like.
I feel like SpeCial kind of through here. I mean, this is like...
Well, okay, as far as bases go, Spear's up 1 base right now, but he's up so much army as well.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, you're right. I think that first push, he had the perfect stuff to bust 12.
On
and then
paper,
he's like, you know what? Let me walk over here to this other base and lose everything.
Yeah, on paper, that just was never going to work. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, just StarCraft 101. There's siege tanks in high, in multitude, in a good position, and you're going to just try to kind of force the issue and win.
With the Liberators, he had a path to killing that base, and then he switches to another base where he's got units on both sides of him, and he's fighting against a high ground that's everywhere, and yeah, I don't know. It feels like SpeCial's not playing his best game here. Like, he opened well. I feel like he definitely had an advantage, but we've seen him kind of attack almost haphazardly, and just nothing's worked out for him since.
Okay, SpeCial's going to try to reclaim this lower part of the map. He has to make it work. The supplies are not in his favor. The Marine count is too thin, and it does not look like he's going to win this fight. Even more units coming here from Spear from the north. And what, this is a planetary and 1 disabled tank. There's some more infantry coming in here, though. But as the siege tanks siege up, I think there's actually enough infantry. SpeCial does win this fight, but it doesn't matter because Spear wins the war. GG.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
That's a big win for Spear right there.
Uh-oh.
SpeCial.
Say it with me, Artosis.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. No, you gotta give more stomach.
All right.
Uh-oh. No. That sounds like I'm hurting you.
Okay.
Uh-oh. No. Now it sounds like you're being threatened into doing it.
Well, I basically am at this point, Tasos. You bully!
SpeCial's in Trouble Town.
Oh, man. That was...
Uh-oh. Is Spear going to cause an upset?
He might. He might.
Or is the pen mightier than the spear? Ooh, these are the questions we have to ask.
You know, people compare it to a sword, but really it's more of a spear.
You want to get your mind blown? If you take away the letter S in the word spear, you get pear, a food.
Holy crap, why isn't it called a pier then?
But if you take away the S in SpeCial, you get special. What does it mean? What does it mean?
Ooh.
All right, we're going to go to Death Rough for Game 2.
영광의 전투가 펼쳐진다. GSL을 위하여. 팀 엑소 스페셜 후안 로페즈. 팀 NB 스피어 김현무.
Well,
Artosis.
yeah.
Is young Special going to get eliminated? The foreigner hope from Mexico, but really representing the rest of the world
Yeah.
that is not the peninsula country of South Korea.
It's a real possibility here. It doesn't feel like he's made the greatest decisions all day. Like against Solar, we had some misplays there. I guarantee you that's where he really lost control of the game, is where he switched over from his push, which was working, into an inferior position and gave Spear more time. And it's just like, huh, that's kind of a weird way to go about it. Well, maybe if Spear somehow gets out of this group, maybe we need to start calling him by his real name, S-Pair.
S-Pair, yeah.
Like Codes?
Codes pair.
And the fruit pear?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's more pears in the world than Spears, that's for sure.
You know, I think you're probably right.
100%
I could
right.
check on my phone, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to go with
No
what
one
you
does
said.
a Spear census. It's just, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, well, that's because people don't tend to report when they have spears.
That's
So,
a
like,
good
how many
idea.
spears do you have here? And I'm usually like, oh, just 3. But I've got like 20.
Yeah. Yeah. Horses will never get into your apartment,
Yeah.
Tasis.
I'm like, just 1 spear for me and 1 for each of my cats. You know,
Yeah.
nothing.
It's not that many. Like, yeah, no, that's normal,
That's
sir.
normal,
okay,
right?
carry on.
Yeah, yeah. So, is S-Pair going to 2-0 Juanito? We will see. We need to see if Special's going to play a little bit better. I think everybody can agree that you look at that game, and that first attack just seemed weird. It seems, and I think I know what that was. Because I think everybody's done this. When you just know you're better and you're supposed to win, and this isn't the highlight of the tournament for you. This is, you're like a player that, yeah, of course, round of 16 is where I belong. Round of 8 is where I'm going. You just try to kill him, and you're almost not looking at the game objectively. You know?
Could be it. Well, we'll see if he tightens that up a bit here. Already trapping those 2 Reapers, very nicely done. That's going to be very annoying for his opponent.
This reminds me of when I was in high school, a freshman.
Yeah.
And, like, there was another kid I found out that played StarCraft. And, like, he, like, knew I was good.
Yeah.
Because I was a bad dude back in high school, man. The gaming scene, they're like, oh, yeah, that guy's pretty good. So, and then I played him, and he, like, was a PvP, and he just made 3 gateways, and we were close spawns, and he zealot rushed me and killed me. I'm like...
So he was actually the better player.
Well, I mean, I played him again after that, and I won many a times. But let me tell you something. I didn't want to go to school the next day, Artosis.
I would have dropped out.
I thought about maybe just
I
quitting
eventually
school.
did anyways. I would have just done it then.
Yeah. I just...
Wait, that was high school, though?
high school.
Oh, okay. High school. Never mind. I didn't drop out of high school. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I thought it was college. But, ouch. That's painful.
You finished high school, though, right?
Yeah, of
you
course.
Did?
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, looking back, I'm like, I should have gotten out of there, man.
Yeah. You fool.
Now, in this game, can Special recuperate? Can he actually? I think he can. I think he's still going to win this series.
yeah.
I'm just a little bit worried. His games have kind of looked, you know.
Yeah. He's gonna have to raise it up against Trap if he gets to him. But right now, we can't lose faith in Spear. He's up 2 SCVs. Who knows? Anyone's game still.
Yeah.
All right, kind of an interesting push from Spear here. Yeah, I'm not so sure that this is going to do as much as he's hoping for. Oh, actually, with the Cyclone and the Heli coming out? Okay, maybe.
Oh, man. Special diving. Actually, there was a weird moment there. He almost, like, bumped into the army.
Huh.
What is... yeah, I think Spear needs to leave.
I think he's trying to bait Raven energy.
Oh, okay.
Like, if you disable and the unit's outside, you can't pick it up, right? So, like,
Sure.
that's this funny little thing we see happen occasionally. Okay, Special going to go into Bioplay.
It doesn't seem, maybe I'm
Or
wrong
Spear,
about my
rather,
read
sorry.
on the meta right now, but it doesn't seem like we see that many little engagements like that TBT.
Yeah, it's not too much. Normally, the little engagements have to do with, you know, the first 3 units generally, which is like the Reaper, the Hellion, and then sometimes the Cyclone's involved. Look, Spear getting into pretty normal play, taking a 3rd base. Yeah, Special going into Bio as well.
So Special has a choice here. Does he expand and match his opponent, or does he try to take the resources that would have gone into the 3rd base and instead invest that into attacking units and try to hit him instead? And it looks like we're going to see the beginnings of the attack. Now,
Well, it feels bad to just sit back and start a command center when your opponent's is almost done, right? You have to, if you've made units that long, you've got to go do something with them. They are similar supplies, but we have kind of a more diverse set here for Special.
now, there's a chance that history repeats itself here, where we actually have, you know, the tanks come up here and Spear is just like in a good position and holds.
Well, I think Special is going to have 3 to 4 disables, so I think when you look at it like that, well, that's
At
kinda
last,
funny.
we have a auto turret in the speed accelerator.
This base just has to lift off. Oh, he's actually just flying across the map. Oh my god!
Okay, now hold on. The math is going to get fuzzy here.
Yeah, this is really weird. This is not what I was expecting from Spear, but it's like a very deadly move. He's putting it to a base trade, a little bit at least. Oh my god, he gets 1 auto turret out. Definitely does help. Kills some good SCVs.
This is going to be a problem because he's on enough production, and I think there might be enough overall here that the units that are going to come out of these barracks and/or factories will not be able to take this.
Okay, Vikings popping out is a huge deal here. Gets to push back some of that vision. Maybe he can creep up with his tanks. Brings the rest of his army back as well. He has some disables, so he should be able to clear this now.
I think he will clear it. I think you're right, but production was never hiccuped back at home here for Spear, right? For the Code S pair.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right. Like, he didn't really go into the main base, like, it just happened too Special. But he lost that command center. So I think you got to look at this and say that Special's got the edge.
So we got Spear now pushing out.
What an interesting choice from him.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised
If
by
he had
it.
gotten his 3rd command away, that would have been amazing.
Oh yeah, well that would be perfect. But now we're gonna have a push come up here, and there is a sensor tower here, but I think that Special can kind of get right up to the edge of it and then pop in before there's gonna be a whole lot of time to react. Now landing the Vikings there may actually telegraph that there's an attack coming in here, because you don't just ever really do that in TBT.
He actually just scanned there as you said that and saw the units.
You're not like, well, Dustin Browder says he's can fight on ground.
It was a long time ago.
So when you do a move like that, it's like, okay, what are you actually trying to obfuscate here? Oh no, don't drop in the siege tank range.
Well, it's only 1 tank, so he's actually just going to take that one out.
Took a pretty long time to eventually kill it off. This is not a bad spot. Is he going to try to just pop the tanks up? Oh no, he's going to go home. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was actually going to pick up the tanks and try to do some kind of weird push.
Yeah, these moves from Spear are really interesting. He's taking a few risks here and there. He's like kind of punching in the dark almost, and it's working sometimes. Look at this. He's got more tanks, more Marines, a little bit less on the SCVs. Of course, don't forget he did lose that 3rd, but he's taking a 4th now. 4th command center is going up for a Special as well, though.
Okay. We have, at this point in time in the game, where it does seem like Spear really does have map control. But another push is going to come here from SpeCial. SpeCial going to move out on the map.
Well, SpeCial going to bully back that little group of Marines very easily. Just going through the center right now. I think he has enough that he doesn't have to take damage as long as he positions correctly. Spear with a couple medevacs of units out on the map still.
Oh, man, good disables on the tanks. SpeCial's going to completely crush.
Yeah,
and
that's big.
3 tanks, those are pretty big assets to lose this phase of the game. So
yeah.
Now, hold on, though. What is actually back at home here for SpeCial? We have just this one tank. It looks like there is enough infantry, not at the best angle, but it will be enough to drive this away.
Yeah, trying to fight it a little bit there. SpeCial stims. Starts to run back. He does have a siege tank popping into siege mode, so will end up clearing this. In fact, all the way, only the medevacs left over. I do like some of the ideas we see from Spear, right? Like the fact that he just had 2 medevacs out on the map and the rest of his units back defending. That's a very TY-esque move.
Yeah.
Right? Just send out a small force to try to find some holes while you defend. But he was out of position there too, right? He lost the 3 tanks. He lost those Marines.
You know what I think happened is I think Spear might have been a little bit wiggly at the start of this tournament. You know, it's hard, man. When you play at home all day or in PC cafes all day, and then you come and there's like cameras in your face and, you know,
yeah,
TV makeup on your face.
Well, you can tell he's nervous.
Around. Yeah,
right.
And
he's look at him. He's wearing that mask and a crossing guard jacket. So I mean,
that's right.
He's not going to hit by any cars in the studio. SpeCial wearing all black and no mask. He's not afraid of anything.
Yeah, exactly. I think that jacket that looks like he's trying to direct traffic in the rain that he has on, that's actually, I think, our season's jacket.
That's the GSL jacket.
That's actually what we did, yeah.
They're oversized neon. It's like 1980s bad fashion.
Yeah, like they're like, well, this is good because you can wear this jacket and also bicycle at night and still be seen.
Absolutely.
Like, if I saw him in that jacket and he was, like, taking garbage cans to a garbage truck, I'd be like, yeah, that's what garbage men wear.
Yeah, you wear this so that you don't get hit by a car in the night.
Yeah.
It's important.
Oh, hold on. Another attack in here. It seems like there's not quite enough here. SpeCial starting to stutter step micro in. There's still 2 tanks in the back. Is SpeCial going to siege up? He is, but on the left, there's a huge army that's going to try to come in here and actually encircle this. And so SpeCial picks up with a quick dive into the main.
Very strong move from SpeCial, and getting on top of those barracks, so powerful. It looks like Spear going to try to bring some units up, loses that tank, sieging from the low ground, has a tank in the back as well. So he will be able to clear this. And honestly, like, I mean, not that big a deal. He lost 9 SCVs there, but his worker count's still very healthy. His army count's still reasonable. He's got a lot of siege tanks. That's the one thing we can definitely say about Spear. He doesn't waste that many siege tanks, right? Like, he retains them reasonably well.
Sure, yeah. SpeCial is out on the map here. He does have superior supply in both army and in workers, but there's no tanks with this. So once you siege up, Spear sieges up, SpeCial, you know, he has to respect that. He has to back up.
Kind of
Unfortunately, when you wear a big yellow jacket like that, you can see the tanks from a distance, you know?
Yeah.
Because your headlights reflect off that color.
It's no problem seeing it at all.
Yeah, that does look almost like an 80s fad thing, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, the way that it's too big as well.
Yeah. What happened? When did people decide that clothes that don't fit you are, like, awesome?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it happens multiple times. Like, everything goes in cycles.
Yeah. Are we eventually going to be wearing potato sacks again?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah. Was the 80s cool or not cool? I think it was actually awesome, right?
It was awesome.
I mean, think of all the things that came out of the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
The best
You
movies.
and I.
You and I for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the best part.
That was definitely a highlight.
Yes.
Nintendo.
The hair, not so much, but everything else, I think we give the hair a
Big
pass.
hair for big times, bro.
Well
okay?
said. All right.
Yeah, we don't have hair like that anymore because we'd be embarrassed to have it because we know these times aren't so good.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. Big drop over here.
Well, that one didn't go so well.
That's an understatement.
Yeah.
Okay, is there enough to defend? Tanks just rushing up here to try to siege up in time. This is a really rough angle to have infantry. They're all going to bunch up and eat a lot of splash.
Oh my God.
He doesn't even fire. He turns around. Our tow's ass.
Yeah, it gives up to like 30 Marines to kill a tank.
Yeah.
Well, he has to cancel that command center. That's too bad because he also canceled the one that was at his 4th that the 1 Marine prevented from building. Okay, Spear, I mean, he is down a little bit. Slight tank advantage, slight Viking advantage. He's going to have his 3-3 quicker, though. That's something.
Counterattack here on the map. They actually may end up going around each other here. So, we have another... Okay, no, never mind. Special's going to back up. I thought he was going to push in again. TVT is funny because you can end up going past each other and then sieging up and both just starting to do a base trade.
Oh, he just poked in to the sensor tower. About one Marine walked into it. Special scan there. So now he has an idea of what Spear is thinking about.
Hoping to catch that army over there, but Spear's actually backing up.
Yeah, good choice. That guy's covering those 4 running out. Drew the short straw for sure.
Okay, I mean, I don't know where this game's gonna go here. We had a lot of posturing on both sides, but it does seem like things calmed down.
Well, what I feel like I'm seeing right now, I like Special's army movement, what we're looking at right at this moment. The way that he's scanning a lot for exactly where the army is, and he's shifting back and forth, right? It's kind of like he's combing the map and making sure that Spear isn't getting behind him.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Big push coming through here. And this will isolate part of the lower left side of the map. He's going to kind of come around. Oh, craziness. Hold on. It's hard to fit these Marines through here, but I think the numbers are high enough. Can he actually get on the tanks?
Yeah, it looks like Special.
Oh, man.
Almost breaking
Just
this.
Not quite enough, but the Viking count's higher for Special. And again, tanks shoot further than they can see. You see this one Marine getting microed in and out of the medevac over by the tanks?
Meantime, more Vikings come over for Spear, so Spear, I mean, he's taking control of the situation. I think this is a land your Vikings moment.
Oh, man.
Oh, that was a good scan right there.
God.
High quality scan.
Lots of infantry hemorrhaged.
Yeah.
Okay, Spear gonna scoot up.
Good scoop.
Scoot.
Scoot'll do.
Yep.
All right, the Viking battle continues as the Liberator comes in. Spear has more. You know, I'll never get tired of less Vikings fighting more Vikings.
No, that's the best part of StarCraft 2.
Yeah.
People are like, so what is your favorite
like,
moments in Star? Is it, you know, these crazy, huge battles with big armies clashing? I'm like, no, listen, it's when there's like 2 Vikings, either guy has 5.
Yeah.
And my favorite moment is when the guy with 2 doesn't run away.
Yeah. Well, I like it when it's a little bit closer to that, where it's like 5 against 7, and then the guy with 5 loses 3 of them and then turns around.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, he was just testing the water to make sure that he didn't have 10-10 upgrades against 0-0 upgrades.
I love that so much, I can't stop thinking about it, and sometimes I just start drawing it. I just start drawing it, Artosis.
You draw it?
Yeah.
I like that.
You should see my living room. It's just me and my meager art of Vikings losing.
I know it's finger painted. I know that's what you mean.
It is.
There's no way that you do that in any way that doesn't make you dirty. Okay, look at this. Special coming into the
this
center.
is really bad for Spear. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Special. I think Special could, with that one fight we had back there where, I mean, everything was annihilated. I think he can actually just keep pushing through.
He might. A couple tanks here. He's going to lose some Marines. Has to back up a little bit. But yeah, Spear's base up here. Can he hold on? Actually, I mean, that's pretty well defended. 5 tanks, planetary, bunch of turrets, another 2 tanks. I just wish Special had 1 Viking to attack those 3 Vikings.
Yeah, I know.
Right
Where
now.
are the Vikings losing to other Vikings? Okay, I don't know if Special's gotten enough of an advantage from that fight that he won.
Spear's still in it, but he's got to be careful. There's a lot more Marines out for Special right now. I love the Liberator being mixed in. Really, really helps.
Man Center going through the SpeCial. All right, well, I feel like even though the army is quite massive here for Special, he has not actually made a dent here. Well, never mind.
Well, now he's going to make a dent.
Yeah.
Going to take out this planetary.
And kill the SCVs.
I love that auto turret he threw down. It took the planetary hits if you don't retarget. So his Marine count kept alive there. For a tiny amount of energy. Okay, so Spear's down 40 supply. But he's still mining. It's not like he's out of minerals. Will eventually max. Army supply is really similar. I want to see the exact tank counts right now. All right, a few disables going down. Special is really getting optimistic with some of these moves.
Okay, that was really, really bad by him.
Yeah,
he
he just
literally just lost all the infantry.
Every Marine to kill the Liberator.
Oh my God.
All right,
But here we go, the best part, the Vikings. Look at him, Artosis.
Oh my God.
Sometimes I have to remember to cast and not just cheer when that happens.
It's an amazing moment always. It's just like, I love the way it shows how some numbers are bigger than other numbers. You know what I mean?
It's like 8 is like so much more than 3.
Even little kids can get behind this counting, you know?
Counting, yeah.
Damn, man. Elmo would cast the hell out of Viking battles.
Elmo would love it. Does it ever bother you how slow Vikings are? Like
Yeah,
a Stim
it
Marine
really
is
does.
actually running fast, and I'm like, are those rockets on the back of the Viking?
You know, their actual speed is a lot quicker than what they look. They look slower than they actually are.
What do you mean?
Vikings, they're actually quicker than you think that they are. Like,
look
when
at
you
the
compare them
flames.
to other units,
Look at the flames
No, I
coming out of
know.
the back. It's
dude, I could redesign the Viking, make it quicker.
what they should have done is given it flappy wings.
Yeah. That's what we need.
That's
They
what
need
we
to
need.
put, like Gargoyles from Warcraft 3.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of Ravens here for Special.
All right, Special is going to push the issue again here. But the counterplay here from Spear.
He's got enough tanks that this is hard to do each time. All right, Stim's forward here. Spear does. The
Ooh.
disable's really helping, though.
Good pickup in between the tank shots. 2 tanks are going to go down, but there's still plenty of tanks here.
Look at this. He sets up his
Oh,
Liberator,
no.
though. He's going to get some tank hits there. Another one goes down. Spear looping around. There's a couple bases over there for Special that don't look like they really have any defense
I
going
think it's
on.
possible that Special can end up carving his way into the main base.
Yeah, maybe.
And there is an overextension in the north there with Spear's army. Oh, hold on, but there's another attack here I did not even notice on the minimap. Excuse me. Now there's just one Viking fighting those 2. That's all I want.
That is always good.
Yeah.
Notice this one Viking against no Vikings?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, look at that. He's like, try my missiles on for size.
Punish those Ravens.
Yeah. Where are your Vikings now?
Oh, God. Look at this move by Special. Throwing down the auto turrets, bearing his tanks up as well. All right, all of his air army is going to die. Special's kind of losing a lot right now. He's got to save this base. Okay, he is.
Okay, I'm not even sure where the players are at now. There's been so much chaos in this game.
There has been. Oh, my God. He didn't repair that. Oh, you know what? He might actually run out of minerals even.
Yeah, where does he
Especially
actually
just
have
lost a
minerals?
planetary to 2 tanks.
Dude.
What? Oh.
Yeah, you're right. No, I mean, there's actually plenty of minerals here on the map. And Special's going to be on the move. And this is...
10 tanks
What do we
against
call
12?
this? He has no minerals and he's pushing. Is that double jeopardy? Is that what...
You can't go to jail for double jeopardy.
It's like, no tasteless. I think that's called snake eyes, right? So where does he want to push? I think the bottom.
The double jeopardy thing is it's so funny. It's like we can cast however we want because we've already been accused of being crappy on Reddit. I'm like, no, you can't accuse me twice.
Yeah. 2 wrongs make a right. Don't you know that rule?
No, don't you remember that movie though? Double Jeopardy.
Double, of course. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this is such a crazy game. Look at this. Like the Banshee come over, just decimating the economy of Special by getting 2 kills.
Yeah.
We're gonna scan again. That's one less mule. It matters again.
Oh, hold on. Big attack here.
Yeah, that's a lot from Spear.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, SpeCial. He does not look happy right now.
GG.
And that's it. SpeCial gets eliminated by Spear. Spear just 2-0'd SpeCial.
Yep.
Oh my
And look
God.
at that. And I know you guys are definitely not sitting at home. Where's Spear? I can't see him. Of course you can see him. He's got that bright jacket on.
Yeah, but he's got a ninja mask on, so I can't see his head, but I can see his
oh,
body.
there he is, a Spear he reveals.
So SpeCial, unfortunately, having a really bad day here. He normally
I feel for
puts
him.
up a much better fight.
Look at
He
it
took
happens,
one
man.
game off Solar, then went 0-2 against Spear. So that's kind of a disappointing day for him. I think that the group was actually going well for him too, considering Solar got out in first place, because he was saying he'd actually rather play Trap. So
Yeah.
that's really too bad. And I think that this is probably the matchup he didn't really prepare for today, because his other opponents were so strong.
I know. Well, SpeCial, unfortunately, guys, is the first player eliminated. So the only foreigners left are Artosis and me. Sorry about that. Up next, the last match, Trap versus Spear. Don't go away.